Omega is supposed to be a luxury watch brand, but many of their watches prove that expensive price tags don't automatically mean you're getting the best quality or value for your money. Some Omega watches cost $5,000, $15,000 but have problems, outdated technology, or features that cheaper watches from Seiko and Citizen do better for way less money. These aren't bad watches, but they show that Omega charges luxury prices based on their name and marketing rather than actually being worth what they cost. From quartz movements in $4,000 watches to chronographs with poor value to annual calendars that cost more than cars, these Omega watches disappointed collectors who expected more for the high prices. Let's count down 10 Omega watches that proved expensive doesn't always mean better quality or smarter buying. Number 10, Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean. The Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean costs $6,000, $8,000, but it doesn't offer anything special compared to dive watches costing half or one-third the price. The 600-meter water resistance sounds impressive, but 99% of buyers never dive deeper than 30 meters, making this excessive rating completely unnecessary for actual use. The Co-Axial movement is good, but not $8,000 good. It offers similar accuracy to movements in $2,000 watches from Tudor and Grand Seiko. The thick case at 16 millimeters makes it uncomfortable for daily wear and catches on shirt sleeves constantly, unlike thinner competitors that wear better. Kids understand this, like paying extra for a car that goes 200 millimeter when you only drive 60 millimeter maximum. The extra capability is wasted money. The ceramic bezel and helium escape valve add cost but provide zero practical benefit for recreational divers who make up nearly all buyers. The Planet Ocean costs more than Tudor Pelagos and Grand Seiko divers that offer equal or better specifications without the inflated luxury pricing. Number 9. Omega Speedmaster Reduced. The Omega Speedmaster Reduced costs $3,000, $4,000 used, but has major problems that make it poor value compared to other chronographs available. The automatic chronograph movement is based on ETA 2892 with chronograph modules stacked on top, making it thick and prone to service issues. The 39mm case sounds perfect, but the thick movement makes it wear awkwardly, sitting high on the wrist and looking disproportionate compared to regular Speedmaster. The Reduced name itself admits this is a compromised version of the real Speedmaster Professional that enthusiasts actually want and respect. Kids get this like buying the smaller, cheaper version of a toy that doesn't work as well as the real, full-size version you actually wanted. The movement requires expensive servicing, and parts availability is becoming problematic, as Omega discontinued this model years ago without proper support. Number 8. Omega Constellation Quartz. The Omega Constellation Quartz costs $4,000, $5,000, but it's literally just a battery-powered quartz watch that $50 Casio watches replicate perfectly for timekeeping. Paying $4,000 for quartz movement is absolutely crazy when you realize a $200 Seiko quartz keeps exactly the same time with the same accuracy. The Griff's claws on the case are supposed to be iconic design, but many people think they look weird and dated like old 1980s jewelry. The small 27-meter, 35-meter sizes make these watches look tiny and feminine on most men's wrists, limiting the market to women and small-wristed buyers. Kids understand this like paying $100 for a basic calculator when your phone does the same job for free. It makes no logical sense. The gold and steel two-tone versions look especially dated, like something your grandparents wore that hasn't aged well into modern times at all. Number 7. Omega de Ville Prestige. The Omega de Ville Prestige costs $3,000, $4,000, but offers nothing special that justifies luxury pricing over competitors offering similar elegance for less. The basic time-only or simple date models use standard movements that dress watches costing $1,000 from Longines and Tissot also use successfully. The design is safe and boring without any distinctive character. It looks like a generic dress watch that could be from any brand without the logo. The leather straps are often low quality for the price, requiring immediate replacement with better aftermarket straps that cost additional money beyond purchase. Kids get this like paying luxury prices for plain white t-shirt when cheaper brands offer identical quality and comfort for way less money. The DeVille doesn't have the sports watch following of Seamaster or space heritage of Speedmaster, making it Omega's forgotten, unloved dress watch line. Number 6. Omega Seamaster 300M Quartz. The Omega Seamaster 300M Quartz costs $3,000, $4,000, but it's absurd to pay luxury prices for battery-powered quartz movement in dive watch. The quartz version looks identical to the automatic version from distance, making people question why you'd pay $3,000 for the cheap battery version. Dive watch enthusiasts want automatic movements for the mechanical soul and engagement, not quartz movements you find in $50 Casio dive watches. The watch keeps the same time as any quartz watch, costing 1% of the price, making the premium pricing purely for the Omega logo and prestige. Kids understand this like paying $3,000 for battery-powered toy car when the electric rechargeable version costs the same or less and works better. The Quartz Seamaster represents everything wrong with luxury watches charging massive premiums for cheap technology just because of brand name and marketing. Number 5. Omega Speedmaster 57 Co-Axial. The Omega Speedmaster 57 Co-Axial costs $6,000, $7,000, but it's not the real Speedmaster that went to the moon, making it less desirable than professional. The automatic movement with date complication removes the purity and tool watch simplicity that makes the manual Wind Speedmaster Professional special and iconic. The 41.5mm case is larger than the Professional's 42mm, but wears differently due to design, creating awkward proportions that enthusiasts complain about constantly. The 57 tries to be vintage-inspired, but adds modern complications and features that destroy the vintage aesthetic it's supposedly recreating from original models. Kids get this like buying a remake of classic movie that changes everything people loved about the original. It misses the point entirely. The 57 costs similar to the Professional, but has less heritage, less collector interest, and worse resale value in secondary markets consistently. Number 4. Omega Aqua Terra Small Seconds. The Omega Aqua Terra Small Seconds cost $6,000, $7,000, but the small seconds complication adds cost without adding any real functionality or usefulness to watch. The small seconds hand at 6 o'clock creates asymmetrical dial layout that many find less balanced and elegant than standard central seconds hands. The watch costs $1,000, $2,000 more than regular Aqua Terra models just for moving the seconds hand to subdial terrible value for minor change. The complication serves no practical purpose, unlike GMT, chronograph, or calendar complications that actually help you do things throughout daily activities and travel. Kids understand this like paying extra for car with the speedometer in different location. It doesn't make the car better, just different for no reason. Number 3. Omega Globemaster Annual Calendar. The Omega Globemaster Annual Calendar costs $8,000, $9,000, but Annual Calendar is inferior complication compared to Perpetual Calendar and overpriced for what it does. Annual calendars require manual correction once per year in February, while Perpetual calendars never need adjustment. Yet, Omega charges almost Perpetual calendar prices. The Globemaster design with fluted bezel looks like discount Rolex Day-Date trying to copy iconic design instead of creating original, distinctive look. The annual calendar adds complexity and cost without solving the problem that Perpetual calendars actually solve automatic adjustment for all months, including February leap years. Kids get this like buying halfway solution to problem when complete solution costs similar price from competitors, just bad value and poor planning. The Globemaster line has never achieved popularity or recognition despite Omega's marketing efforts, remaining one of their least successful modern collections consistently. Number 2. Omega Seamaster Diver 300mm Chronograph. The Omega Seamaster Diver 300mm Chronograph costs $8,000, $9,000, but combining dive watch with chronograph creates thick, uncomfortable watch that excels at neither purpose. The 44mm case with chronograph pushers wears huge and thick on wrist, making it uncomfortable for daily wear and impractical for actual diving. Divers don't need chronographs because they use dive computers for timing, and chronograph buyers usually prefer thinner watches for daily wearing comfort. The column wheel chronograph movement adds cost and complications, but provides functionality that most buyers never use during actual ownership or daily activities. Kids understand this, like combining homework binder with lunchbox. It does two things poorly instead of one thing well, making it awkward and impractical. The chronograph pushers compromise water resistance and add failure points that pure dive watches avoid through simpler, more reliable construction throughout design. Number 1. Omega Speedmaster Racing Co-Axial. The Omega Speedmaster Racing Co-Axial costs $5,000, $6,000, and it's the worst value Speedmaster, proving Omega charges premium prices for mediocre watches. This watch has zero space heritage, unlike the Professional, zero racing heritage despite the name, and zero reason to exist except squeezing money from buyers. The automatic movement with date removes the iconic manual wind simplicity that makes the Speedmaster Professional special and historically significant to space exploration. The racing dial with orange accents looks busy and cluttered compared to the Professional's clean, purpose-built design that actual astronauts relied upon. The watch costs nearly as much as the Speedmaster Professional that went to the moon, but has none of the history, credibility, or collector interest. Kids get this like paying same price for celebrity signature as for random person's signature. One has meaning and value, other is completely worthless. The racing has poor resale value, little collector interest, and represents Omega's shameless attempt to profit from Speedmaster name without delivering actual value.